Hello everyone, let's eat. Today we're testing fast food recipes from the Lidl kitchen robot. And I have good news, Moulin X Bowel, the new cookéo, is coming very soon. So subscribe so you don't miss anything. We're going to destroy it. Video made in collaboration with Ollie. I got some new really fresh milkshakes for the summer. They're incredible. And of course, we'll also test the new model of the Lidl robot since right now we have the old one, so we'll be able to compare everything. We'll begin with a burger recipe and make everything ourselves, even the bread. The machine handles many dishes, but there aren't many fast food options. Unfortunately, there are also many complicated ingredients. For example, I took out a recipe from the video, some great beef and carrot tacos. You need coconut flour, which you can find, but it's not that easy. Let's start with the hamburger recipe, see if it works, then try more complex ones. Let's go. Mix some creme fraiche, juice from half a lemon, and chopped chives in a bowl. Just do it at home by hand. This will be interesting since even their classic hamburger isn't really classic. A little bit of lemon, and now we have a good sauce. Let it rest. Don't add salt and pepper yet. Keep it in the fridge. There you go. I love pepper. Into the fridge. New skill unlocked, creamy sauce done. Today, we're becoming baristas with 3 new flavors of Milkshake iced coffee. Iced latte flavor, caramel iced coffee, and hazelnut iced coffee. No need to go out for an iced coffee frappe. We'll make it ourselves. Use 1 dose for 50 centiliters of cold milk. Relax and enjoy this refreshing drink. There you go. You're served. It's great. There's even foam on top. Let's start with the latte. There you go. This is something I love. Just so you know, it's extremely good. Very low in calories, and you wouldn't think so when you taste it. Well, I love it. If you like lattes, you're going to love this. I'll tell you which one I prefer, but in my opinion, it'll be the hazelnut, the caramel iced coffee. So, what I really love is the foam. And I should mention that there's caffeine in these milkshakes. Usually, their milkshakes don't have caffeine. So there's a little sweet popcorn taste, you see? It's extremely good. This one is really good. For now, it's my favorite. There's really that little roasted caramelized sweet popcorn flavor. It's very good. Hazelnut iced coffee with the foam. It's my favorite. I love hazelnut coffees. It's really extremely good. I could drink a ton of them. It's so good. If you've never tried their milkshake range, now's the time. Just so you know, I let my friends try it when they come over, and it's often their favorite range because honestly, it's super comforting. And as for calories, we don't feel guilty. Treat yourselves. I'll put the QR code here. You get 10 off with the code PI-WAN, and the link is also in the description. Milkshakes come in jars with 2.5 liters each, or in a 10 serving pack if you want to try them. And if you want to try everything, there are bundles and mega bundles with free goodies, stickers, coasters, and of course, the Ollie coffee mug. Thank you all, enjoy yourselves, support the channel, and have a great summer. Next, add 50 grams of milk to the bowl. I should mention that the recipe is for 4 people, which works out well for me since we're going to make extra buns for another burger recipe later on, much more complex and elaborate. But where they tell us to just buy the burger buns directly, that's stupid. The guys who made the recipe, they didn't agree with each other. I bought this, remember? I didn't have it before. Come on, you have to be precise. Look at the scale, 5 grams perfect. The scale on kitchen machines is really nice. Add 50 grams of water. Oh, crumble 10 grams of yeast and add it to the bowl. Now, I need your help, guys. You need fresh baker's yeast. You can find it in big supermarkets. The issue is, since it's fresh, it's never near the dry yeast and hard to find. Occasionally I spot it, but can't find it again. Even store employees have the same trouble. They don't know where it is. If you know where they keep it, tell us in the comments. Because I really have trouble finding it. I didn't find any, so I have instant baker's yeast. Let's say it's already in powder form. Okay, 10 grams, that's 2 packets. Next, add 250 grams of flour. We're going to make some homemade bread rolls. That's cool, but wait, something's off even though I reset the scale to 0. Actually, my measuring cup, you see, for the flour, it only holds 160 grams even though it says 250. That's why I mess up all my recipes. Damn it, luckily on top it didn't touch the water. This scale is really annoying me. Alright, add 15 grams of sugar. Next step, add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. Sorry, the shell is tough. It's fine, I've still got it. Now, the egg yolk. In the next steps, work in 2-minute intervals, freeing the dough from the blade to prevent motor overheating. Whoa, we could blow it up. I'm starting to like this. Alright. They planned for it, and it only lasts 2 minutes. Oddly, it ran for 30 seconds, stopped, and now does nothing. I bought this for no reason. It wasn't needed in the recipe. If we get 10,000 likes, we'll make pastries. It's done now, but I forgot the next step. Wow, that's impressive. We have a sticky dough that needs to be removed from the blades to prevent it from getting stuck, but it also sticks to your fingers. Okay, let's start again. Second 2-minute session, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So, there's still another 2-minute session after this. It never ends. It's much faster by hand, I have to admit. It smells good though. Oh. So, it's funny, it warmed up the dough a bit. I have to admit, it's not easy to get your dough out, but that's normal. It's a bit like making bread dough with a knife. Alright, another 2 minutes, that's good. So, next step, it's done. Finally, add 40 grams of butter and a pinch of salt. Come on, another 2 minutes. I have to admit, I'm really having doubts. I'm waiting to see the result because I find that the dough is really very sticky. Maybe their recipe isn't quite right. Well, it can be fixed by adding a bit of flour afterwards, but we'll see the result. We have liquid dough, so I don't understand how to get it off the blades. Actually, damn, I'm losing half of it. Come on, 2 more minutes, it never ends. And I got steak from the butcher. You'll see. The story is epic. 2 seconds before the end, the motor overheats. Let it cool down. I press next. There's still another 1-minute step after this. It's a nightmare. I've got liquid cream in there. Look at this. How am I supposed to get this thing off? Seriously. We're going to let it overheat. I'll try. It's interesting to see recipes fail. The machine doesn't have a heating function. It just overheats, which helps the yeast. 1 minute left. This is the end. Be patient. Pour the dough into a bowl, cover with a towel, and let it rise for 1 hour at room temperature. But when do we eat? Transferring this sticky dough is a nightmare. We'll have fun though. Come on, let's pour it. Well, it's easier if you take out the spatula. I got it all. So, good news. It's really airy, but it's also pretty moist. Cover it with a towel. There were no instructions to dampen it, and we'll be back in an hour for the next step. Alright, that's good. I fell asleep, I took a nap, to get through the wait. But what is this thing? It's monstrous. Put the dough onto the floured work surface. So, how do we knock the air out? Yeah, it looks good, Bellin, and it smells great. I don't know how to knock the air out. How do you do that? Make 4 balls, put them on a baking sheet, cover with a towel, and let rise for another hour. Disappointment? I'll never get to eat. Yeah, we're making competition level burger buns here. All right, 4 balls, and there we go. We cover them and meet back in an hour. Okay, I've waited an hour. Here are the results, guys. Look at that. Wow, they're really airy. Next step, in the meantime, preheat the oven to 180 degrees. They couldn't have told us that earlier. We don't let it preheat, and we're just waiting around for an hour. Now it's done, so let's see. Mix an egg yolk with a tablespoon of milk, brush it on, and sprinkle with sesame seeds. All right, let's check. My fingers are the brush since I don't have one, so I'm using them carefully. I'm excited to see the result. We'll make 2 with sesame seeds and 2 with oregano. It's for a later, more complex burger recipe that asks for a store-bought bun with oregano, so we're making everything homemade instead. Put the burgers in the oven and bake for 20 to 25 minutes until they're golden brown. Alright, we need to be precise. Look, I started at 10 a.m. I don't know if you can see the time. It's 2:50 p.m. You start in the morning, you eat in the evening. There you go, 52 all right. I'm starting the timer and we'll see. So guys, one-handed, it smells really, really good. I'm disappointed by the size. We'll have small burgers. I was thinking that the amount of flour they asked for in the recipe is still small. For 4 people, it's small. Well, we'll savor it, you know, it's okay. Let them cool on a rack and cut them in half. All right, we're finally getting to the assembly steps. I can't mess this up. We'll go with this thickness. It's nice and soft. Careful. And there we go. Ooh. I'm removing some of the crumb. I'm very hungry. It's funny, huh? So, it reminds me, there's a bit of a sandwich bread vibe. Now, you might say, of course it's the crumb, but real sandwich bread, you see, I think it's because of the sugar. Slice a tomato, cut an onion into rings. Come on, let's peel the onion. It was an onion, a red onion, in the recipe, so look at the list of ingredients. It didn't say tomato, it said beefsteak tomato. So, I took a beefsteak tomato. It looked nice and meaty to me. Come on, look inside. It's really meaty. Let's go. Cook the steaks in a non-stick pan. Here we go, the big moment of the video. The butcher. I rarely visit the butcher, though I should, since their ground beef is good and still affordable. Unless you meet this one, butcher. Let me explain. It's going to be tough. Returning from class, I found the first butcher on Google and stopped. The place felt odd. Guys were arguing outside, and inside it was extremely hot with no AC. A guy was sleeping in a chair next to the meat. Why was he there? Fortunately, the butcher seemed nice and professional. I checked the ice and it was cold. I told him I wanted 4 ground beef patties, 100 grams each. No problem, sir. He made the patties. There were a few people in front of me. I'm used to butchers, and I hate that they always add a little extra. I let it go and didn't say anything, but it annoys me to insist when I asked for a patty that's exactly 100 grams, not more. It's true, it's tiring. Once you know the butcher, he does it less. It's funny, they always pretend not to know how to weigh, even though they do it all day. There he is making patties, and I'm thinking they're a bit big. He puts them on the scale, but I can't see the weight because people are blocking my view. He looks, he makes a face. He says, it's fine, but I felt like something was off. Well, great, I get the receipt, 11.29, 11.29. I'm thinking, still, it's a bit expensive. Let's say the most expensive butchers on the Côte d'Azur charge 20 to 25 euros a kilo. So here, we should have 400 grams normally. Here are our nice steaks. Now, the butchers will recognize the weight. We have 700 grams of ground beef. The guy gave me exactly 710 grams, it was hidden. With him, you ask for a chicken, he gives you a tooth. Since the burgers are small, I'm going to have to cut them up. It's going to be a mess. You're the butcher, bro. For those who get the reference though, he's not expensive. I just hope it's really beef. They're really overdoing it. It's well known, sure, but it's just too much. That's why I avoid the butcher. I prefer straightforward things, and here it's straightforward, but doubled. With the bun size, it's simple. We're cutting another one in half. The patty weighed 170 grams. Spread butter, layer lettuce, meat, onion, tomato, add sauce, and serve right away. All that for such a simple assembly. I'm hungry. Come on, let's do this carefully. A bit of lettuce. We add our seasoned patty. They had forgotten to do it. Next, it was onion and tomato. That's perfect. Thank you, Lidl, for keeping me in shape. Some onion slices. I love onion. There you go. You put a bit too much. We add the little tomato, nice and fleshy, and we finish, my friends, with our sauce. Wow, the sauce is incredible. Make this at home. That's why I'm adding some. All right, closing it up. Enjoy your burger, my friends. We're going to have a great meal. Wait, sometimes they add another step. It's fine. Enjoy your meal. I have a tip. If you use a little less creme fraiche and instead melt some Roquefort cheese in it, in my opinion, it's incredible. The sauce is extremely good and the chives really came through, but as for eating it, well, anyway, I think it's going to be delicious. Enjoy your meal. Damn, that's good. So the bread is not bad, but it's not amazing. Not like it came from a baker, you know what I mean? It's still very good. It's a little lacking in salt. Luckily, I salted the steak well. The sauce is really good. The problem is that since it's made with creme fraiche, with the heat, it turns liquid again. Listen, I'm really enjoying this, but unfortunately the bread isn't salty enough. So their burger bun recipe isn't quite right yet, not at all. While preparing the video, I checked if they made fries. I'm not sure if the machine could make them, as there were only sweet potato fries with cheese, and one ingredient was missing. But there aren't any fries, so guys, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 because I made it myself. But the recipe could be greatly improved, especially the bun and the sauce, which is really good, but not concentrated enough, you know, for a burger. Right now, it's more like a dip for carrots or nuggets. The meat tastes like beef, which is good. I hope the next recipe is too. Sorry, I'm taking advantage of it. I was long-winded, huh? It'll be better. Let's get started right away. Alright, since we made burger buns, this will be quick. We'll move on to the Mediterranean burger with pepper sauce. That was the best recipe, because look at the list. There wasn't much. And this one looks amazing. At least it's quick. I won't faint from hunger. And we'll finish with another recipe I've never made before, with lots of cheese, and it's not a burger. Let's get started now. With 4 lettuce leaves, let them dry and set them aside. We'll reassemble them. Prepare 300 g of bell pepper wash inside and out, cut into quarters and put in the blender. This serves 4, so I'll have the amounts. Is 300 g for 1 pepper or both? Damn, I'm in trouble because mine weighs 310 grams, that's it, damn. 300 grams prepared for 2 bell peppers, so divided by 2, we need 150. We remove the white parts and seeds since they're not good. White part, yuck. Peel a clove of garlic and add it to the blender. We're only using half. Blend for 20 seconds. Then transfer the pepper and garlic mixture to a salad bowl. The blender is messy, right? We need to peel 2 onions, not red ones, and put them in the blender bowl. These steps are annoying. Why didn't we just add the onion with the pepper earlier? That would have been simpler. We split 1 onion in half. Mine is 120 grams, but their 2 onions are 130 grams, so we'll use half. So, we've got a mystery. Press the turbo button by my hand for 2 seconds. Wait, is there even a turbo button? Do you think it's this one? 3, 1. Remove half of the chopped onions and set them aside in a bowl. Damn, the guy who designed this thing must have thought, it's too easy to just mix everything. Let's add some useless steps. Damn, my eyes, I'm blind. Okay, half of it. There we go. Now this is really a bastard of a recipe because you have no choice. Since the blender sends them flying everywhere, you have to stick your head in to look. And you're done for, you're blind. Alright, my eyes are burning. Push the rest to the bottom of the blender bowl with the spatula after adding oil. The intensity is overwhelming. I feel like I've been gassed. Okay, I'm adding olive oil. Much better. I'm staying back, but it's thin and pushed in. She's cutting it in half now. It's starting and will be a bit greasier. Remove the measuring cup. There we go. It's done then. Well, we start, and now we're off, my friends. With 3 minutes of cooking? Damn, I missed that. The onion? Now that's nice. It has that caramelized effect. At first it smelled good, but now it stinks. Between the onion in my eyes and the one smoking, this recipe is torture. Add the pepper and garlic mix plus half a teaspoon of paprika. Half cooked onion, half raw onion. Wow, that's finely chopped. Look at that. I'm really sure the guy thought, let's add more steps. There aren't enough already. We put a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. That's not much. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a step where we add more. Then let's go with 5 minutes of very slow chopping. Really very slow chopping. Add 8 tablespoons water, 4 tablespoons apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon sugar, a pinch each of salt and pepper. Look at those beautiful colors. 4 tablespoons of water, 2 of vinegar, the sugar, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. I love pepper. Well, now we move on to 30 minutes of cooking. It's a long time. Listen, it's 4:50 at my place, so I think we might be able to eat it maybe for dinner. Okay, it's fine. I took a nap and fell asleep again. The guy's always sleeping while making videos. I have to say it's 5:30. I let the day go by well. We have some cooked bell pepper. Insert the measuring cup into the lid. The measuring cup, that's it. And now we go for another 10 seconds of mixing. Come on, whatever. Well, it's okay. Remove the sauce from the blender bowl and let it cool. At least it smells good. Look at this. We've got some kind of spread, so on the burger, it's going to be amazing. Clean the blender bowl. Great. So, I don't see what else we can do. We're only halfway through the steps. There's some frying coming up. Place a container on the blender bowl and add 120 grams of warm milk. Come on, it's warm. With the microwave, it's a dishwashing marathon, right? We'll just put half, 60 grams, that's good. Cut a stale roll, some stale bread, into pieces and soak them for 10 minutes in the warm milk, then drain thoroughly. So, I think it means hard bread, stale bread, because you shouldn't eat stale bread. I had kept a piece of really hard bread and completely forgot about it. So, we're supposed to cut the quantity into pieces and soak it, but I don't know which piece. The recipe doesn't say, this recipe is trying to kill us. I'll trim, wash, and quarter a zucchini, then put it in the blender. Let's use some. 100 grams is fine for me. I don't get why we're cooking zucchinis. 30 grams, 15 grams, come on. That's good. I'm changing it. It's going in the chopper. Let's go. Use the spatula to push everything to the bottom. The recipes are so long, you end up fasting and aren't hungry by the end. Afterward, it looks ugly. Just look at this. Add the previously chopped onion and the drained bread. Damn, if on top of that we mess up the recipe. I don't get it, because we had set some onion aside, which they told us to add later. But here, the onion is mixed with the bell pepper, so there's no other. I'll go back and see where I messed up. Back, 10 minutes later, I watched everything. Listen, I don't get it. Where I messed up too much, I don't get it. Actually, there's a sheet with the list of all the steps, without starting everything over. What we're gonna do, actually, is we're preparing the steak right now. They're making a special kind of meat, so we're going to add some onion. Never mind, it'll be in the meat. Basically, we're making a little onion steak, and we also need to add the bread. So, I don't know how much. We'll put this in. I'll take a piece out. Add 400 grams of ground beef. We're going to put about 200 grams, or 175 grams for us, the steak. And there we go. Add 2 eggs, a teaspoon of paprika powder, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. It's good for your hair. Divide by 2, use a 1/4 paprika, half oregano, and salt. We'll skip the pepper, since that'll take time. Now chop for a minute at speed. 2. Season again, if necessary, with salt and pepper. So, we'll see him again, right? I hope it'll taste good anyway, because it doesn't look very nice. Alright, I'll finish up with the pepper. And we're almost there, and there. We mix again for 10 seconds, but stop. Transfer the mixture into a salad bowl, and then weigh a large tomato. Damn, I have a headache with all these steps. It's a hassle to get this mush out. Listen, I don't know how we're going to make a steak, because with the zucchini and the egg, it's obviously liquid. Alright, we're off. On a half of a fleshy tomato, 100 grams, cut the tomato into 8 slices, remove the stem and set aside. So we need for the stem. Wait, how do I cut it into 4 cutting for 2 now? But each burger needs 2 slices. Carefully slice 250 grams of feta and set aside. Alright, take it easy. There you go, a nice little slice. With wet hands, shape 4 patties with the ground meat and cook them for about 2 minutes on each side in a grill pan. Come on, let's shape our liquid patties. It's impossible. Wet hands. I don't want to be negative, but this is strange, right? It won't hold in the pan. We'll just get a pancake. I forgot to heat the pan, and now my hands are messy. If you followed my recipe, add some flour. Let's keep going. Whoa, well that's nice and all. They make really small buns, but they make giant patties though. So, hold on. Alright, the patty is served. Well, you know what? It's not bad after all. It's huge. But cut 4 small ciabatta rolls in half horizontally and lightly toast the cut sides. That bastard, he almost got us all the way, huh? So, I just realized something. Ciabatta bread is this, guys. Ciabatta bread is meant for sandwiches, not burgers. On the ingredient list, when I went shopping, it says burger buns, ciabatta rolls, in parentheses. Ready to use? If it's a sandwich, that explains why we have such big patties. Still, it clearly says burger, so we're going to make burgers. I didn't make my little buns for nothing. It took me 3 hours to make these beautiful little oregano buns. Alright, the buns are toasted, let's go. Spread the sauce on half of the bun halves, add some lettuce, tomato slices, and a patty on each one. I'm stuck. Spread the sauce on half of the bun halves and put a patty on each one. What does that mean? There are 2 patties, so we have a double patty. It's not clear. We'll make a double patty. Alright, just the sauce. I think feta goes between the patties. Spreading it is a pain. Sorry. A bit of lettuce, the tomato, since it's doubled, I'll put some small thin pieces of goat cheese. The patty, we'll cut it in half and place it on top. Add the feta and a pinch of pepper, then garnish with Kalamata olives. Kalamata? Never heard that before. Good thing I bought some olives. Now I know why. Well, there you go. It's a big purple olive with a smooth and fleshy texture. Of course, we add a little bit of pepper. Perfect. Let's put some small pieces of olives here, and here, it still looks good. Close the buns and serve the burgers with the rest of the sauce. I'm looking. That was it. Okay, look at the picture. Good thing I didn't close both buns. Let's take the other bun. Both sides of the bun, it was just the sauce. It's not well explained. It's okay. We'll have one bun upside down and one right side up. Double flavor. Well, my friends, it looks extremely good. I'll never make this recipe again with the machine, but it does look worth it. Let's taste it. Enjoy, my friends. It's all homemade. It's 6:50 p.m. and we've spent the whole day making 2 burgers. Damn, shit, the shoe. It's weird. In a good weird way, because it's a bit... It's sweet. There's this side, you know, roasted bell pepper. And you can really taste the feta and olive. Now the steak, on the other hand. It's weird. It doesn't have... Yeah, I'm hungry. The steak doesn't have much flavor. The bell pepper, feta, and olives make the mix a bit bitter, which I think not everyone likes. But the sugar balances it out. The sugar is mostly in the sauce. It's very original. Listen, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'll try the upside down one. The steak is odd since the zucchini was raw and didn't have enough time to cook, so it's still crunchy. But as a result, it takes away from the flavor. It's neutral. But the sauce is really good. I know. Actually, it's the vinegar. I think so too. Pepper vinegar, which was cider vinegar. That makes it original. I could see it more as a spread. Yeah, it's really, really nice. But we're moving a bit away from the burger. But it's refined. It's beautiful. Did you hear that? The machine works by itself and scared me. Enjoy your meal, everyone. Next, we'll move to the following recipe. I'll make it tomorrow morning, but for you, it's right away, and it'll be quicker, with less hassle. We're back. Let's check the pizza category. It's not really pizza though. Here's the machine's pizza list. Not much here. Pizza muffin is a dessert, but look at this one, the rolled pizza. Low-carb rolled pizza. It looks really amazing. Fresh with Gouda. Low-carb, some people have mentioned it to me several times in the comments. To sum up, it's a diet without carbs, so it's a diet pizza. Since we like diets on the channel, I researched this one, and I wouldn't try it. I think it's dangerous and extremely exhausting, because it's carb-free and starch-free. But there's pizza dough here, so I don't get it. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees and line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Come on, chemison, what a nice word. Put 100 grams of Gouda in pieces into the blender bowl. I have some good old aged Gouda. The recipe is for 4, but I'm dividing by 3, so I'll still get a big portion. Careful, blending, level 8. Put 160 grams of low-fat cottage cheese into the blender bowl. Smells good. We've got a nice mix. So, low-fat cottage cheese, I don't get the concept. It's either 0 or 3%. 3% is the regular one, so I've never seen anything in between. Add 3 eggs and 2 pinches of salt. All right, and here we go. Next, blend for 20 seconds. Pour the mixture into a container, then clean and dry the blender bowl. It's funny. Look, it turned all liquid. Wow, this recipe will be good. I may look crazy, but look, it's to dry the connectors, it's hard to dry them. Spread the batter on the prepared baking sheet and bake for 15 minutes in the middle of the oven. Meanwhile, move on to the next step. I thought, well, if you have to buy pizza dough, listen, this is the dough, actually. This is what we just made, the dough. It's interesting. So, indeed, there's no wheat, so it's impossible to shape it. Cut 50 grams of pitted black olives into slices and set aside. Well, at least the kitchen is clean. There. The 30 grams of arugula, dry it, cut it into 5cm pieces. And arugula, I like it, that's cool. Cut 60 grams of Parma ham and set aside. I couldn't find any, so for me, it'll be Parma ham from Charente. This ham looks so good, it's making me hungry, it's hard to wait. The pizza dough is ready, my friends. I'll show you. It's nicely browned and smells great. I'll let it cool. It's soft and looks like a crepe. Cut 80 g of Gouda and put it in the blender bowl. More aged Gouda. Then blend. Blend several times max. Transfer the Gouda to a container. When a guy added an extra step just for fun, even though we could have done it earlier and saved some by adding more. I think that's our topping, guys. Peel a small red onion, cut it in half, and put it in the blender bowl. Come on, then we add cheese. Press the turbo button for 2 seconds. It's not working. No, it's my fault I didn't set it up properly. Transfer the onion to a container. I liked when he said to prep the filling while it cooks, but it's been done for 15 minutes already. Damn, I forgot again. Anyway, we're making a taco. Next, put 200 grams of canned tomato sauce with herbs into the blender bowl. Come on, let's go. Add 2 pinches of salt, 2 pinches of pepper, and a teaspoon of dried oregano. So I took an oregano tomato sauce, so we'll just add a bit of pepper. It's already salted. Then blend it for 10 seconds. Spread the tomato sauce, onions, Gouda, and olives on the dough and bake for another 15 minutes. I'm confused since the dough is supposed to be soft, but when we roll it, it becomes like a crepe. Perfect, but I'm worried it'll burn. Let's just follow the recipe and see, okay? So, tomato. Next, we add the onion, the Gouda. Now we're making a real pizza. It's starting to look good. And our little olives, the rest will come after during baking. All right, 15 minutes, guys. I can't wait to see the result. The masterpiece is ready, guys. Look. The cheese has melted, it stayed soft. I left it in a little less because I saw the edge was starting to get a bit dark. But we got it, we got it, we got it. Top the pizza with the arugula and ham, roll it up and cut it into thick slices about 5 centimeters wide. And guys, I think this is the last step, low-carb rolled pizza. Enjoy your meal. So, he said arugula first, so we'll put some on. And of course, we add the little pieces of cured ham. It looks really good, honestly. If you want to make it at home, don't overthink it. Basically, we made a Gouda omelette on a pizza on an omelette. We could have made the omelette in a pan, but baking it makes it look like pizza. Now I need to be careful. This is delicate and rolling can go wrong. Start from the long side, tighten, and roll. That's cool. There we go. Now we cut it into 5 centimeter pieces. It doesn't cut well, so there you go. It's just to follow the recipe. But honestly, I think eating it as a roll is more practical and complete. Listen, it looks extremely good. Anyway, let's go to the table. Well, in the end, we spent 24 hours with the machine since it's 1 o'clock. A little more. Enjoy your meal, friends. It looks great. It's well stuffed. It's extremely good. Really, it's killer, you know? With a ton of Gouda inside, it couldn't be bad. Honestly, it really tastes like pizza. You can taste the pizza. It's really great. I think with the Gouda and the olives, you really shouldn't add too much salt. Because it's salty enough, but it's fine. Well, listen, making a pizza and a thin cheese omelet, I wouldn't have thought of that. It's really nice. Oh. Lots of flavors. Feels like upscale fast food. I give it a 9 out of 10. It's really good. Actually, the edges are the Gouda that got grilled. And I think this is the end for this machine since the new ones are coming. Like I told you, it's a shame we didn't try the pastries though. Maybe I'll leave it in the mountains. If you want to make pastries on the old one before the new, go ahead. If we make pastries and get 10,000 likes, that's good for me since I'm terrible at baking. Maybe I'll succeed once. Some people will be happy. I'm leaving for the mountains tomorrow. I'll be isolating myself for the book and filming some videos while on vacation in August as usual. Don't worry, videos are scheduled in advance. Subscribe for the mega barbecue and cookie-o soon. I'll share the Twitch channel and might drop in occasionally. Watch for notifications. And I invite you to try the new iced coffee milkshake flavors, which are incredible. I'll put the QR code here. 10% off with the code PI-WAN. The link is in the description. It helps support the channel. Most importantly, enjoy it. It's great. Eat fatty foods and survive. See you soon. Bye.